Hello viewers, welcome back to the Moose Mobile Auto Repair channel, and today I have a 2016 Ford F-150, and it's a 4x4, and it's equipped with a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated engine. And today I'm just going to show you on how to test for the IWEs, the integrated wheel and the locking hub actuators. I'm just going to show you on how to do a quick and simple test in order to see if the actuators are any good. So in order to test the IWE integrated wheel end actuator, some people would call these the IWE or the locking hub actuator. They have interchangeable names. IWE stands for integrated wheel end. So you would have to disconnect the vacuum line here, and you would see two ports. There's one small one at the bottom and one large one at the top. So you would have to connect a vacuum gauge like this. I'm using the MIDI-vac vacuum gauge. So you hook up a hose to the large port, insert it into the large port like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. So you would insert the hose into the large port here, and according to service data or service information, you would need to apply 24 inches of mercury of vacuum. So right now there's no vacuum applied to it, and as you spin the wheel here, you can see that the axle is moving at the same time for the this is the four-wheel drive 4x4. So you can see that the axle is moving as I spin the wheel at the same time. So now I'm just gonna apply 24 inches of vacuum here. .24 inches. So now when you spin the wheel, the axle should not move now. There's no rotation on the axle. This axle is not moving. See how I spin the wheel? No, the actuator is not engaged now, as if it's in a two-wheel drive. It's still holding vacuum. Now on service information, it says that it should hold vacuum. It shouldn't lose any more than 0.5 inches of mercury for every minute, or something like that. I know that there's a TSB, technical service bulletin, for some of these vehicles, and it says to apply 20 inches of mercury instead of 24 inches, and it said to check the vacuum to make sure that the diaphragm is not leaking. So anyhow, when you look at the gauge, it's still holding pressure. So you know that the diaphragm in here and everything is all good. This only tells you that the diaphragm is good, but you don't know if the teeth inside here and where it actually engages and actuates onto the hub assembly in behind the wheel bearing. You don't know if that's good, so you may still have to do a visual inspection if you're having issues, like if you're having activation issues for the 4x4, or if you're getting like a grinding or a shutter noise of some sort, especially at slow speeds. So all this tells you is that the diaphragm is good, and that's it. It doesn't tell you that the actuator is good. You may have to do a visual inspection on the locking hub actuators. Depending on the issue that you guys are having, your situation will vary. So anyhow, still holding vacuum. I'm spinning the wheel. The axle is not spinning. So I'm going to release the vacuum now. So I release the vacuum, and now the axle is moving now at the same time. So I can show you guys again now quickly. So I'll apply 24 inches. There's no rotation on the axle. I'll release vacuum, and now the axle is spinning now. So for the most part, this is how you know that the actuator is good. But you don't know if the internals are good. You will not know until you take it apart and have a visual inspection on that. And sometimes that you could have issues in behind the wheel bearing on the hub, where the splines engages on the back of the hub for the 4x4. So there could be an issue with that on either the actuator or the hub, or both. So if you're having a problem, you may want to take a look at that. So aside from the IWE actuator, you also want to have a look at the supply line here, and you have the check valve, and then there's the solenoid here. And then you can see on where the vacuum lines go to. So you probably want to have a look at these components too, if you're having an issue with the IWE and or the system components. And they also have the part numbers here too. And that's it for today. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day and take care.